Hey, how are you? Thank you so much for requesting a reading. I'm sorry, I'm glancing towards the window. I'm waiting for them to come pick up this card that I'm donating. They've called me ever since early this morning, and they still haven't gotten here. So I'm going to try to see if I can get your reading done in the meantime. So thank you for your email, which I have here with me. And I went over a few things. First of all, yes, it's very interesting that you and your husband have the same birthday, except there's an 8-year difference. And I've had a relationship like that. I had a relationship with someone, and we had the same birthday, so we're 2 years apart. And that's a good thing. I mean, it can be a very beautiful thing. It's somebody that you feel comfortable with. Okay? But as I was going over, looking at your birthday and his birthday, your birthday talks about a new beginning, okay, based on your year and your birthday. And this talks about having new beginnings, starting fresh, new outlook on relationships, on life, on whatever. And for him, his came back as an 11, which is individuality, okay? So you are 1 and he's an 11. You have the same birthday, and there's 8 years different between the two of you. And the 8 talks about divinity. The 8 talks about manifestations. And what this is saying to me, that if both of you put your mind to it, this can be a very successful relationship. For you, this talks about movement, new opportunities, seizing the moment. And for him, it talks about taking the road less traveled, speaking his truth, reclaiming his personal power, and enhancing his relationship to the divine. I use the Romance Angel Oracle cards and the Conscious Spirit cards to start off this reading. And also, I took card number 9 from the Inner Child cards. Represents Virgo, Snow White. The story of Snow White is a representation of Virgo. Okay? Again, a 9 is completion. It also talks about your Egun. Alright, your ancestors. So your ancestors are watching over this relationship. Alright, it talks about learning the skills that you need in order to survive and in order to be able to get ready for what your real life's mission is, if you choose to do it. Just initially looking at the cards that fell for the both of you, it seems that you are open and determined to heal this relationship. Him, he's not so sure. He may be reluctant to get counseling or advice from anybody, including tarot card readers. Says you've been working very hard to heal your relationship, and you deserve a break. So you need to concentrate on yourself and your children if you have any. This is a spiritual union between you and your husband. It could be a karmic situation, because you have 1 and then you have 11. And 11s talk about that spiritual, karmic, twin flame type of relationship. If you're not familiar with it, I'm just getting familiar with it myself. I find it very interesting, but there's a lot of talk this year about twin flames meeting each other, joining together in union. Now, you're already married. So, as I said, this could just be a karmic situation for both of you, meaning that this is a relationship that you all had to experience, and that it was part of your mission, your cycle that you had to clear up here. And if things don't work out between the two of you, then there is something else for both of you that would be spiritual and divine. You can both be of service to others, either together or individually. You have the opportunity, and again, the choice to go either way. You have the opportunity to bring light into the lives of other people. You respect one another's intelligence, usually, and your intimate time is probably more tender than erotic. All right, it's not as it's not nothing wrong with it. It's nothing wrong with it. It's just saying that it's not such a passionate thing as it is a tender thing. And you may need to work on bringing some more eroticism into your in the sexual part of your relationship. Okay, very intellectual people, very smart, and so you have to appeal to each other's intellect. All right, but at the same time, you have to be willing to try new things, be open to new things, keeping in mind that the marriage bed is not defiled, right? Meaning that as long as two people agree to do a thing, it's nobody's business how they interact with each other sexually. There's no such thing as a taboo. Only thing that's taboo is something that one of you is not comfortable with, right? And you could be not comfortable with it because you've never experienced it, or you have been told that it's not wholesome, or, good girls don't do things like that, whatever. But you have to be open to change and respect his individuality. Okay. Sex is not to be analyzed all the time, or timed. All right. It's supposed to be a joyful, shared experience. Stop nitpicking each other. Work on your own flaws, which are probably the flaws that are reflected somehow in your partner, in their flaws. All right, so that was my first impressions that I got. Okay, again, this is about learning how to use your gifts of discernment. Try to, whatever happens in this relationship, try to find out what the lessons are and what the lessons were, because this is why you all are together. There's a lesson that has to be worked out. All right, so let's go first with the Romance Angel Oracle deck. I got 10 cards. The first 5 were for you, and the second 5 was for him. Okay? So, first card you got was Stay Optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Next card says, yes, this is your soulmate. Next card, Healing Family Issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay? This is also talking about family issues within the marriage, okay? But there may be things in your childhood or in your young adulthood that, or the way you interacted with your parents or your siblings, that may be impacting the way you all interact with one another. It just came, maybe because you're so close. Not in years, because like I said, there's an 8-year difference. But you all mirror each other because you have the same zodiac sign, the same personality. And you may have gone through similar experiences in your youth or with your family. And that may be impacting your relationship somehow. So there may be things that you need to address, look into, and try to find the answers. All right, and you may have to get some counseling, marriage counseling, or counseling with some clergy, some praying. All right, you may need to set up an ancestral altar in your home, or set up some kind of a sacred space in your home that you can go and just commune with the divine. Okay, the next card that came here was forgiving and learning. Okay, so whatever issues that have been going on in your relationship or with your family, this is about forgiving and learning and growing. Okay, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And the next card that you got was express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. You might be a little reserved in your approach to intimacy, even to public displays of affection, or what you would consider a public display of affection. He may be not comfortable with it, but again, I think those are things that you all need to work on, and there are all kinds of therapy games that they use, sexual therapy games and stuff like that. And y'all might want to look into those tools to learn how to be yourself, but still be spontaneous and be creative, and try something new, and just let yourself go. Don't think about it too much. Just try to feel comfortable in your skin and feel comfortable in this give and take. All right? Sex should be tender, of course. And there's nothing, though, that says that you can't be passionate and erotic and tender also. It's just a skill that you have to acquire. All right? So, for your husband, the first card came in was let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. But this card came for him in the reverse. So it's either that he has a problem letting go of control. Maybe he's very reserved, and maybe that is what's off-putting about your intimate relationship. Letting go of control issues in the reverse. Maybe he's becoming impatient with this relationship. The next card that you got was very soon. That was for him. Clearly decide what you want, and so that it comes to you now. So it seems like he's at a crossroads, that he is trying to make a decision on whether to work on this relationship or just give up on it, let it go. Next card, let your friends help you. Ask for help and accept support from others. Okay, but this was in the reverse. So it sounds like he's very reluctant to get any counseling. And that fell directly into the card that you got, talking about healing family issues. So he's reluctant to get counseling, or he doesn't want to go for counseling. He doesn't see the need for it. And maybe he thinks that the two of you are smart enough that you don't need another person telling you what to do. He's not different. There's a whole lot of men who are like that. The next card was unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. This is him, right? And that fell underneath forgiving and learning. And I think that what this is saying is that he doesn't feel loved for some reason. And it could just be because of the way that you all interact. I don't know if it's disrespectful. I don't know if it's that. I'm not getting that particularly. I just get it's a lot of nitpicking and criticism. It's not about the length of time that you spend having intercourse, but it's about the time leading up to it and the time following it. And if he or you are having a problem where there's maybe that time that you all spent together intimately is not as long as you'd like it to be, or is too long for you or for him, or it could be that there is some kind of a, maybe, again, like I said, it's not enough time being spent. That's something that you all can work on. I mean, he can work on that, and that could be the thing. Maybe he just doesn't want to talk to anybody about it, doesn't want to see anybody about it, and maybe he just feels that it'll clear itself up, or if you did things a different way, then maybe he wouldn't do this. He could be trying to pawn this off on you. It could be a physical thing, all right, of his. It might not have nothing to do with you, or the other way around. So again, whatever is going on, it's not about the other person. It's about you. It's about the person. It's about you taking care of you and him taking care of him, physically, mentally, spiritually, so y'all can come together. Because this is a relationship that is meant to be. Okay, that 8, that's divine. That's infinity. There's the 8 years between the two of you, and then again, as I said, you got the 1 and then the 11. This is something special. You both have the same birthday, except you have the 8-year difference. So it's definitely worth working on if you're willing to work on it. It seems that maybe you are, and he may be reluctant to. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck for your reading with the Romance Angel Oracle cards, it was pay attention to the red flags, which I guess you're doing, which is why you've written to me, because you know something isn't right, right? You don't feel comfortable about it. It could be that maybe one or two, both of you, or either of you, are feeling maybe that there's someone else that may be able to fulfill what's missing between the two of you. And that is possible, but that's not necessary. Because there's nothing here that I don't see. I don't see anything here that the two of you can't fix. You're both smart people, and you understand each other. I think you're just hitting a little bit of a roadblock right now. Okay, so second set of cards that we got for you were from the Conscious Spirit Oracle, right? And the first card that came up here was Forest Frolic Maiden. I acknowledge my inner child and open my heart to the joy she brings. But this was in the reverse. So what this is saying to me, and this is between your card that says stay optimistic and his that was let go of control issues in the reverse. Maybe he's accusing you of acting childish. Again, I don't think you all bring enough play, enough playfulness, flirtation, things like that. I don't think that y'all do enough of that in your relationship. Maybe you're kind of, pious, a little stiff. It could be related to your religion, I don't know, or your upbringing, I don't know. Or again, it could be something that's physical that you haven't addressed yet, or you're still trying to address. The next card that came here was abundance. I'm grateful for the abundance nature and the universe provide in my life. All right? This came between soulmate for you and very soon for him. So, this could be talking about your assets, your money. That you all have a good life. And he's contemplating giving up on this. But then that'll affect his finances. I don't know if there's someone else. Maybe there's someone else in this relationship, or he's thinking about stepping out on this relationship with someone, a younger person. I'm not sure about that one, but just y'all are doing well. Make sure that you thank your ancestors and the divine for providing you with whatever it is that you all have built together. The next card that the Conscious Spirit Oracle gave was Heart Chakra. I love myself and others unconditionally and nurture loving relationships. Very, very nice. Very, very, very nice. This talks about looking within. And that fell underneath healing family issues for you. So very good. Again, you're open, I believe, to doing the work. But that fell with your husband's let your friends help you in the reverse. So he's not being open to counseling or going to the doctor. Well, I think he needs to pray. He can do meditation. Like I said, create a sacred space in your home if you have the room that he can go to and you could go to, and you don't have to go there at the same time, so that you could just be alone with spirit. Okay, I think that would be helpful. If not, go to a church. Catholic church is open most of the time, all day, during the days and during the week. Go in there, light a candle, and sit down and just talk to God. If that's not your thing, go somewhere in nature and talk to God. If you can't do that, you do it in your home and do it in your heart. But show gratitude for what you have and for the relationship that you all have, for the fun times, for the good times. Just as I said that, I meant to say this earlier. That song, You Can Go Your Own Way, by Fleetwood Mac, I think it is. Perhaps. That kept ringing in my ear. You can go your own way. And you can. And you'll be fine. And so will he. But you'll all be stronger together. Next card that came up for you was At Day's End Rest. I find peace in nature and rest my body and mind in order to connect to spirit. Exactly. That's what I was talking about. Finding a place, finding time in your day. You've been working really hard on this. You want this to work. You want to keep your marriage together. You want this relationship to last. And what this is saying to you is, after you've done all that you can, get some rest, okay? Get some rest. Go and find a tree to sit under, a swing in a park, whatever. Your bed, just get some rest and connect to your spirit. Don't worry about going to the doctors and the psychologists and all of that. Yes, you need to do that. But at the end of the day, you need to rest and let Divine take care of this. You can always ask for Divine timing. You can always ask that Divine order be established in this situation with yourself and your husband. The next card I got was Earth Angel. So Earth Angel says, I am a guardian of Mother Earth and protect all who live on her. So this is telling me that you want to protect your family and your relationship. You want to hold on to this marriage. Okay? And that came with your card that said, express your love. And with his, it says, keep an open mind. You have to talk to him. You're gonna have to do some work, I guess. If you want to keep this relationship with this man, you're gonna have to turn it up a couple of notches. You have to get him to at least be open-minded to the possibility that things can work out between the two of you. The card that came was the Conscious Spirit Oracle for you all was Celebrate Life. So, this talks about celebrating life. I celebrate every day by honoring and respecting all life on Mother Earth. So I think what this is saying that you all need to be grateful for what you have and thank the Divine for bringing you all together. And know that if you all can stick this out and work to it, you all really can do great things, all right? And you will be an example to other people. And you can do some real good work together, okay? I'm going to read this Celebrate Life. The 5 elements of earth, air, fire, water, and spirit combine to create and sustain all life on our planet. The life we experience on the physical plane is truly a unique gift. This card is asking you to honor this gift by living life to the fullest. Live from your power center, your heart. By truly feeling every experience through your heart, you will gain a greater appreciation and enjoyment of life. Fully experience your connection to all of life. If sitting beneath a tree, really see and feel that tree. Become the tree. Sense its powerful roots anchored deep within the earth, drawing nurturing energy up into the branches and leaves. Feel it reaching out to the sky, drawing the energy of the sun downwards towards it. Apply these feelings to your own life. Feel the pulse of life in everything around you. Merge with the elements and nature. Look around you and take in the wonder and beauty of all things. Life is short. Do not waste time by creating negative emotions or experiences for yourself or others. Do things you love to do daily and show that love will flow out. Do the things you love to do daily and allow that love to flow out into the world. Celebrate every moment and every aspect of life. So, I think you would be well served to, if you aren't already, just show him more outward expressions of your affection for him. That's what I'm getting. Show him how much you care, whatever it is that you have to do. if you have to go get, and I ain't telling you to go get plastic surgery and all that other stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the way you interact with him, the way you talk to him. When he walks in the door, your eyes should light up. You should have a smile for him. You don't need to talk about your job or his job or the things that happened during the day and stuff like that. No. When he comes home, you have something sweet for him. You know, I know this is sounding very sexist or old-fashioned and things like that. Believe me, I know that this is like, you have to work. Some of us have to put in a lot of effort into doing those little things, but it works. You know what they said in the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. There is some truth to that. So maybe you bake him a cake, or I keep seeing pie, I don't know, but make him a pie. Do something sweet for him, something that's unexpected for him, something that he would enjoy and appreciate and find kind of sexy. You know, maybe one of those boudoir pictures, those photographs that people do for their husbands. You know, you do a real sexy picture somewhere and get the photographer to take it, and then you present it to him. I'm not talking about like taking a selfie and putting it, you know, on the cell phone and sending it to him and shocking him, even though you can do that too. You can do that, you know. That just came to me. Okay. You can do that. You could take sexy pictures and send them to your husband. If you don't do that already, that might be something to do. You know, you don't have to be, you know, totally nude or anything like that, because if you take those boudoir pictures, it's not totally nude, but it's very sexy. But you can do that during the day when you just in the middle of the day. Take a sexy photograph, you know, and send it to him on his cell phone. You got to just like spice it up. I think that that's what's going on, is that he just, whatever he's experiencing or feeling, or whatever you all are feeling is not hitting the mark, maybe the way to attack that feeling is all the foreplay that goes into lovemaking before you get to the actual intercourse part, you know. Foreplay can go on for days if you plan it, if you work on it, and do little things to surprise him, or you can do things to surprise one another. Something out of the box. And don't feel like, you know, you're being bad or taboo or anything like that. This is your husband. And this is about you getting what you need. At the end of the day, it's the intimacy in the way that you want it. So then you have to be the love that you want him to be to you. If you want tender touches, then touch him tenderly. If you want soft kisses, then kiss him softly. You have to be the love that you want. Same for him. Now again, as long as there's nothing that makes you feel uncomfortable or it's violent or anything, that if you're not into the violence, which, you know, some people are, but anything that you're not comfortable with and you can't be convinced to do in a non-threatening type of a way, you know, if something, there's a difference between being talked into trying something to feeling like this is something that you have to do. If it's like that, then no. But if you're willing to try something, you know, for once or twice, then do it. Whatever sex you want, however way you want it. And then he has to reciprocate. You could play games like that. You could put things in the hat, and like even those sex magic cards and stuff like that. You can go to these sex shops. You can buy all kinds of stuff and play games. You pick, put notes around, leave notes around for each other. You know, in the bathroom, a sticky note. You know, in the refrigerator, in his desk, his briefcase, his lunchbox. Little notes. You know, you can have a bottle of something delivered to him at his job, depending on the kind of job he has and, you know, what his position is. You know, you could have a singing telegram sent to him. Or you could be his singing telegram when he gets home. You know, if you have children, you know how to do that. You send the kids to the sitter or whatever and take some time for just yourself. Or schedule some time away. You know, maybe you all need to go somewhere where it's camping. Camping. Maybe the two of you can go camping. We can be alone together and just chill. Or you could throw a party, maybe. Celebrate. Your birthday's not until September. Well, you could have a Valentine's Day party. You could have a Valentine's Day party and invite people over, and everybody has to come as their favorite couple from history or something. You know, somebody could come as Liz Taylor and Richard Burton and, you know, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony, or David and Bathsheba, or Adam and Eve, or Lilith and Adam. That'll be controversy. George Washington and Martha Washington, Claire and what was Cosby's name? Huxtables, you know, the Huxtables. You can do that. You can do Fred and Wilma, Betty and Barney, Snow White and the Prince. Right? You can do something like that, and maybe you plan it together. Maybe something like that, and then you bring that idea and plan that kind of a thing and see how it goes over. I mean, that's just a suggestion. It just came to me, but I kind of think that would be cute. You know, that might be cute. Like a Valentine's masquerade party, and all your guests have to come dressed as a couple from you know, like their favorite romantic couple. It could be a movie, you know, it could be Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn. It could be Sonny and Cher. It could be anything like that. And make it fun. And it'll be sexy. And it'll be safe. Because there'll be other people around. But he might enjoy that. You might enjoy that. I went through the numerology cards and I shuffled them for you. And the card that Q came up with was 66, which is healing. And that's what the romance angels said. Healing, forgiving, and learning. All right, so let's see what healing, 66, healing. Let's see what that's about. 2 6s. Interesting. 6 and 6 is 12, right? And 1 and 2 is 3. That is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Your healing is in God's hands. Your healing is through spiritual growth. Both of you together and individually tapping into the spirit. Okay? This card indicates that it's time to focus on your healing abilities and of being of service to others. By drawing this card, you are being encouraged to expand your understanding of the healing arts and the many ways to heal. Perhaps you feel drawn to Reiki, physical therapy, homeotherapy, acupuncture, nursing, counseling, or life coaching. Whichever path you choose, it's time to set the wheels in motion. I think together you guys can do a lot. You really could. This card may also indicate a need to receive body work or healing. such as acupuncture, cognitive behavioral therapy, or herbal medicine to help shift any stagnant toxic energy. And that's another thing. There may be some herbal remedies for any things that are affecting you, he or you sexually. But definitely, both of you need to go and get physicals anyway. Okay? Your energy field, your aura, absorbs and stores energy from other people, from electrical equipment, from illnesses and trauma in your surroundings, and your own negative thoughts and emotions. Therefore, it's important to clear your aura regularly to elevate your health and well-being and your overall quality of life. In order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life. Cycles that are encouraging you to expand yourself with understanding of the healing arts. You are an energetic being with a natural ability to heal. So when you focus on being of service, the universe will guide you to where you're most needed. Set the intention to heal or be healed, and you will be shown the next logical step to take. As I heal myself and others, I raise the vibration of the world. So, I think if you all go through the steps that you all need to do to heal this relationship or keep it going, keep it together, you can be an example to other people. You could be making some breakthroughs. I think that that's what this is. The two of you have the same birthday, and this is a 111 year. They said like January 1st of this year was a magical number, like 1111 or 11111. This is your time. This is your year. You can do this. Okay, you can do this, but you have to pay attention to the red flags. Celebrate this life and work on healing this relationship. Absolutely. All right, so let's see what other advice we can get from the Until Today cards by Iyanla Vanzant. Let's see if she has anything to add to this situation. I always say it like that. My dad used to say it like that sometimes when he was playing with us. What's the situation in here? When we were getting into stuff. But just keep your eyes, again, pay attention to the red flags. You know, it's okay. You know, keep your eyes on this somebody around him, maybe a younger person, a younger woman. Keep your eye open. Card you got here, I am open to God's love. Oh, Shay, until today, you may have been trying to convince God that you don't deserve the love he wants to give you. Just for today, be open to receiving all the love that God has for you. And this goes for you and your husband, because this is a couple reading. And your husband needs to understand that God has a plan for his life, and he has a plan for your life. And you all can either do it together, or you can do it apart, but it's going to be done. And there was a reason why you two met each other. It's just not weird that you all have the same birthday. There's a reason for it. And you learn more about this when you become more in touch with your spiritual selves. Okay? Especially now. This year seems to be the time when all of these twin flame and karmic relationships and all this stuff seem to be working and settling themselves out in this year. And maybe that's why you're being made aware of it. And maybe you weren't aware of it. But you need to, you know, there's all kind of YouTube channels and talking about this type of union. A lot of the people that are in these unions, these divine masculine, divine feminine unions, they're not together. They're with other people. They haven't found their twin flame, which is different from a soulmate. And you and your husband could be soulmates. This could just be a lesson that you both have to learn, and you're going to do it together. But it could be that this is a divine masculine, divine feminine union. And this is the year for that. A lot of those issues, those people are finding one another, or reconnecting with one another. So I think that might be something that you might want to look into and be open to that. And maybe if you share that information with your husband. Okay, these are the angel answer cards. And this just flipped out, this card. This by Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine. This card came up no. Now, I was just speaking about, okay, so maybe you all are not divine masculine, divine feminine. Maybe that's the no. Let's look at no and see what no means. It's no without, they have another no that has an exclamation point. So this is not a no with an exclamation point. The answer to your question is no. You may gather additional information by asking other questions surrounding this issue and drawing another card. Okay, so let's ask directly. Can you just let me know if these two, the client and her husband, the Venus male and the Venus female in this relationship, in this situation. There's something better. It's up to you. Okay. This could be, like I said, a karmic relationship, and a karmic relationship just means the two you have lessons that have to be learned out, worked out before you move on to another karmic relationship, or finally reuniting with your twin flame, if that's your path. But people who have karmic relationships, I was hearing something or reading something just yesterday that said that we have at least 3 karmic relationships in our lives as we are living this. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. So during each incarnation, you will have at least 3 issues, 3 karmic situations that have to be worked out. And not all karmic situations are bad things at all. You might not even realize what's happening, but there's soul contracts and things that have to be worked out. It could be you and a sibling or family member, whatever. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be you and the job, but it's something that needs to be worked out. And so you come into these relationships. Again, as I said, this could be a karmic relationship for you and your husband. It doesn't mean, though, that it needs to be over right now. It just means this is not divine feminine, divine masculine, and that could have been what the no was, to tell me that that's not what it is. But maybe it's telling me, no, there's something better. There's even better than that. Let's see. Okay, heaven has something wonderful planned, wonderful in mind for you. However, it's not the same thing that you planned. Ask yourself what you would rather have, the very thing you're asking for, or something that would make you much happier and more fulfilled. Sometimes God has joys in store for us that we could never imagine on our own. Open your heart and mind to the possibility that you deserve even more than what you're asking for. Trust your angels to guide you in new and exciting directions. And we did say that your number was new beginnings. And this is a 1-1-1 year, right? 11 years. So that's a lot of new beginnings and a lot of spiritual awakenings. Next card is It's Up to You. Let's see what that's talking about. The end result of the situation you asked about is entirely in your hands. You can affect the outcome by taking a proactive approach to solving any challenges. Stand in your own power and have confidence that you have what it takes to bring about a happy ending. Don't wait for someone else to rush in and take charge. In order to come to a successful conclusion, this situation requires your unique perspective and experience. So, this could be better than what you hoped. Or this could end up better than you had hoped. But I really do think that you need to put the work in. Okay? Whether this is karmic or divine or anything like that. This is special. I'm sticking to that. It is special. This is a special relationship, and you're two very special people, and I have a feeling that you're very intelligent and that you have a lot to share and offer the world. But you have to get out of your own way, and you have to be open to try new things and keep your eye on outside influences or outside distractions for him or yourself. But he's being told to keep an open mind. That was his card, the last one. And the first card that you got here was stay optimistic. Express your love. And he needs to let go of control issues. He needs to let his hair down some too. Maybe, is he like a professor or something like that? I don't know. That just came across my head. Maybe he's gotten a little like corny as he's gotten older. I'm just trying to see what else we can look at to get some further guidance here. Let's see what happens when we did get healing from the numerology deck for you already. We did get healing. I got so many cards. Okay, let's see what happens here if we try tarot sexual magic. Now, I'm new at this, so we'll see what messages come up, and then we'll know. I have to put a barrier between the Romance Angel Oracle deck and this. So I put a white cloth on top of it, and I have my altar cloth here on top of that. So whoever is going to be offended won't be offended. I say, okay. So they're over here in their own little bag, wrapped up in their own little altar cloth. It's craziness. Oh boy. Okay, so let's see what we can get for you in this relationship. ¿Qué pasa? Okay. Excuse me. son's a Virgo too. I know they can be very moody. You can't read them all the time. I know. But you know you're Virgo too. But Virgo women and Virgo men are different. But yeah, a lot of it is the same. And that could be part of it also. But you have to heal yourself. And he has to heal himself. He has to work on his issues. On what he is criticizing you about or what you're criticizing him about. There's probably something that is rooted in your childhoods and stuff that you have has nothing really to do with today. Okay, so maybe that's what it is. That's why you need to heal those family issues. Alright, and that could be the things that are making you hesitate on doing certain things or feeling comfortable doing certain things within your marriage. That could be what's part of this. Maybe some religious upbringing the two of you had or you had, or maybe a religion that you've gotten involved in, he or you, since you all have gotten together, and it's caused you to be a little standoffish, or some things have become taboo that weren't taboo. Maybe somebody flipped on you, or one of y'all flipped on the other one and started doing things differently and didn't announce it, didn't discuss it, and didn't talk about it, and just figured, well, they'll just get used to it. Could be it. So, I don't know. Anyway, alright, we're going to try to get 3 cards. First card will be your desire, the second card will be your fears, and the third card will be your outcome. Okay. Do you think there is a third party situation? Because that's what's coming up here. This first card here, this is the 6. It talks about the lovers, but it's definitely a third party situation. There are 3 people in this picture. And there's this person here is being very romantic, and this person here is closed off. And this person in the middle has to make a decision between these 2 people. One person who's very open and one person that's very closed off. One person that's very loving and one person that is kind of selfish and scared and recoiled. Okay. So perhaps you are concerned about that. A third-party situation. So that was the 6, the lovers. Next card that came was the 9 of Swords. And these 2 people here with this little black cat walking past them. So you think that this relationship is on its way out, huh? You think it's over? We finished talking about it, or so many things have been said. There's a little incense burner there in the corner. So that's telling me someone has been praying. And it seems like he's trying to touch her on her calf, her upper thigh, but it seems like her hand is kind of pushing his away, even though yeah, and there's something going on over here in the window. There's some other figure in here looking in, so this could be either one of you could have another person that is admiring you or watching you, or you're attracted to somebody else also, and maybe this, you feel you're afraid that there will be no more talking, that you've come to the point where this is over. This is a 9. This is about endings, all right? New beginnings. It's also about the ancestors. It's also about your archangels and your spirit guides. But you got that black cat walking through there. And these swords. This here, this is some kind of a crystal amulet. But it's not, it's just there. So I don't think people are, you haven't been working on the healing of the relationship, which is what the Romance Angel Oracle card said. There needed to be some healing. There needed to be some talking and some healing in this situation. And the third card is supposed to be a final outcome, and 3 cards came. Oh, some of these cards I haven't seen before. Okay, this is the Hierophant. Again, this is the man with 2 women. Yeah. Yeah, he wants a lot of attention. And if you look real close, it looks like he's got his hand on one girl's head, like he's holding her there. And the other girl, she's just kissing his hand. And one girl looks like she was ashamed, or she's like, this is against her better judgment. And the other girl looks like she is down for it. Huh. That's very interesting. This girl here kind of looks like this girl here. And this girl here kind of looks like this girl here. Now in the middle, that Emperor certainly isn't looking the same. Like the same guys, 2 different guys. 2 different. But this could say that this has been going on for a while. This could be also telling me that when this is going on, it's making him feel like the king. The Hierophant. It could be talking about a divorce because of cheating. And you got the Ace of Wands. Okay, so that is about very passionate sex. But if you see out here, there are 2 people in the background there, in the shadows. And this woman here is pregnant, it seems. It looks like she's pregnant. So this is some kind of a victory, a new beginning, and maybe leaving these other 2 people, these other people in the back, in the shadows, leaving them in the past, and starting a new beginning. And this is the 9 of Cups. This is 9 of Cups. All right. So this is like getting your wishes fulfilled, almost there. There's a lot of green. So in these cards, they said green signifies love. The more green you have, the more love you have. And there's a lot of green in here. And there's lots of roses and lots of sweet things on the table. But she seems like he's holding on to her. But she looks like she's ready to go forward. She's ready to, like, she's kind of done. And he's trying to hold her back from leaving. And he's offering her all of these things. But I think she's had enough. And she's ready to go. So that could be... that could be you having had enough and ready to go. So this is someone who is enjoying having two women. Having two women trying to vie for his affection. One woman, he feels like he has to force her, and the other woman is more ready, willing, and able to come with it. So again, you got two nines. This is a 9, and this is a 9, and Snow White is a 9. And that's your sign for Virgo. Oh my. And going his own way, individuality. He might be, he's at that change of life stage. That's what's going on here. He is having a midlife damn crisis. That's all it is. He's having a midnight. Ooh. Ah. I just got. Oh. Ooh. I just got this like pang in my back of my head when I said that. Huh. Somebody don't want you to hear about that. That's what it is. He's going through his midlife crisis. He's ready to go his own way. He's ready to be his express his individuality. And he may be doing all things that are not unexpected. He's doing some unexpected stuff. But I think that you're done, pretty much done with it. I think that's what we're seeing here. Is that you're not feeling this the way he wants you all to be, and you're not appreciating this. Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. And you've talked enough. You feel like you're done, and you want out of this, and then he can go off and have his individuality. And maybe this might be for you. Maybe you can have a new beginning also with someone new, leaving him in the back, because this is your final outcome, right? So he can be happy with all of the girls and women and all of the new adventures he wants. And maybe you can be happy in a new relationship with someone who you all can start a family together and leave those things in the past. Because you're ready to go. You've had enough. You're done. Well, that was a whole lot of go-arounds to get to that. I should have just started with the sexual magic cards, right? Not necessarily. These are all choices that you have. And this is just information. Okay, this is just information for you to know that there is something going on, or that's what he's looking for, because this is what you wanted to know. But if this is your desires and this is your fears and this is your outcome, well, maybe you were looking for this. Maybe that's what you wanted. Or maybe that's what you wanted and you pulled it in, you all pulled it in, and then when it happened, it didn't turn out the way you expected it. You know, people do that sometimes. They bring a third party into their marriage, and then stuff starts going left. You have to tell me about that if that's the case. I just really would like to know if that's the case, because then I would have this for later for frame of reference. It seems like he doesn't want you to leave him, per se. He would like to hold you from going, but he still wants to do what he wants to do. It could, again, just be about bringing more spice into the relationship. I keep going back to that. That maybe these are just fantasies that you're having, or he's having. And you haven't really... It's against one person's better judgment or against one person's moral judgment. And if that's what you want, if that's what they want, then you're not going to participate in it, and then you'll be fine. You'll be done. Because you got 9s. You know, maybe you've learned all you needed to learn from this relationship, and it is time to move on. But I still think the two of you together could be really making a difference in the world. But maybe you already have. I want to see what this Nine of Swords is here. Well, I'm pretty sure that's what it's looking like. No luck in the talking. Nothing changed. Excuse me. Okay. Nine of Swords. Take some distance to restore your harmony. You have to start over again. You have to begin again. Taking some time to restore harmony. Exciting to appease desire. Giving of oneself to let the mystery die. Even the world of love is the fruit of paradoxes. You must begin again after each error. So they're telling you to forgive him. Separate to restore some harmony. And do those things that I talked about to bring more excitement into your life, to quench his desires for adventures. Interesting. Well, let's see now. The 5, the Hierophant, talks about support. Before calling on your higher strength, you must protect yourself and be certain that you have support. Your intention must be clear. All right, so say what it is you want. When you go to talk to your divine, when you talk to your spirit guides, your ancestors, be clear about what you want. Don't be wishy-washy. Don't be double-minded. Pray about what it is that you actually want. I'm going to look at the lovers. This card that I said is indicating that there's a three-way relationship here. Possible. Let me just see what that says. Excuse me. Excuse me. 6. Seduction. Magic perfumes. Plants and animals. Imitate animals in nature. So this is talking about, using, being alluring, okay, and different, exotic, erotic. Different perfumes and love candles and all of that sex stuff, all that sexy stuff. And that's what you want. You want that. You want some eroticism. You want some sexy stuff going on in your life. But you have to make that happen for yourself. You want candles and wine? Then light the candles and pour the wine. Just saying. All right, let me look at the Number 9, the magic of the lanterns. The light of the lantern ensures the triumph over love, overwhelms the senses, and dispels rivals and hesitations. Okay, so, yeah, you may need to do a couple of love candles here if you want this situation, if you want this marriage. So, red candles are good for love. Pink candles are good for... Red candles are sex, passion, hot, whatever. And pink is love. You know, passionate, love. You can use red or pink, but pink is more airy-fairy love. Red is more love and sex and drama and all of that, you know, that kind of love. You can burn a red candle, or you can burn a pink candle, or you can burn an orange candle or a yellow candle. In Yoruba, in Ifa, the Orisha that specializes in love is Oshun. And Oshun is the number 5. Oshun likes yellow and orange. She likes honey, and she likes gold and sweet rivers. And you can make a love candle for him, for the relationship. So you get a red candle or a pink candle, and you would make the Star of David, which is like this, right? So you're going to do one triangle and then another triangle, right? In the middle of the top of the candle, right? Like a 7-day candle, you know, the glass candles you find at the store. I don't have one right here to show you, but you know what I'm talking about. You can get them anywhere. See if you can find a red one, a pink one, a yellow one, an orange one. You could even use a white one. If you can't find those kind of candles, you can burn any, like get a one of those scented candles. You could use those. Do the same thing. You get a sharp instrument, a nail, a pen. I sharpen chopsticks, alright, and I find they work very well. And you take the top of the candle and you draw that pentagram, all right? Star of David, however you want to say it. One triangle up, one triangle down. You're going to write your initials, both your initials, all around, 4 sides, north, south, east, west. You could even write his name. That's what I would do. Put your initials 4 times on the top of the candle. Your initials. Okay. You draw the Star of David, and you write his name around that. Right? Then you write your initials, covering wherever you. It doesn't matter if you mess up the letters and stuff. It's not about that, because it's going to melt anyway when you burn it. So then you're going to put your initials 1, 2, 3, 4 times, 4 places around it. So you got the star, and you have his name in the circle, and then you have your initials over that. And this is going to be crowded because the top of the candle is not that big. And even if you get a scented candle, even something small like this, you could use. And you do that right here. So this is what you're working with, the top of the candle. Now, so you're going to do that. If you have a picture of the two of you together, you could burn it in front of that picture and talk to it. You can make a perfume for yourself. Get some patchouli. Get some patchouli and some Florida water. Jasmine. Jasmine. So patchouli oil or patchouli perfume. Okay. So you're going to get sunflowers if you can, or orange or yellow, some flower that has yellow petals or orange petals. All right, they want you to make a bath. Okay. So you're going to get Florida water. Oh, this thing again. Okay, so you're going to prepare this candle like I told you, right? On the top, your initials, his name, your initials. Okay, when you go to take this bath, you're going to get water, get like a basin of water, and you're going to get some patchouli oil and some jasmine oil and sunflowers and roses, yellow roses, peach roses, everything yellow and orange. Okay. And then you're going to put everything in the basin. You're going to combine. It's like you're making a bath, right? So you're going to put Florida water. Get Florida water at this. Oh, you could get that anywhere at the drugstore. Botanica, you can order it online. They have it in Amazon. You can get that. So you can get sunflowers, yellow roses, honey, patchouli, jasmine, Florida water, honey. Okay, so you're going to put 5 drops of honey into this bath. Make sure that you taste the honey before you put it into, like when you open up the honey bottle, or if you get a spoon, whatever, taste it before you let it go into. Just taste it one time with your fingers. Just taste it and let it drop into the basin wherever you're making this bath. Okay, what else? Okay, so you're going to get this bath, and you're going to mix all these ingredients up together, and you're going to use your hands, not with gloves, your hands, and you're going to be thinking about what it is that you want from your marriage, what do you want from this relationship. And so you're going to use your hands to, like you're trying to get the essence of the flowers into the water itself, right? So you got to have your intentions in your mind, okay? And while you're doing this, you're burning that candle, all right? So your candle's burning, and you're making this bath for yourself. You're going to make enough of this bath to make 5 baths. So it's going to be like you started on Friday or Saturday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. By Tuesday, you should be finished with those baths. Okay? And on Tuesday, you light this candle again. And you keep a candle lit for every Tuesday. Keep a candle going, a red candle or a pink candle or a white candle, orange candle, for love in your home. It could be scented. It could smell like flowers. It could smell like whatever is appealing to you, or that he would find appealing to have around the house. As a constant scent. And you're going to take a bath with that bath that you're preparing. So you split it up into 5. Now, if you don't take baths, you take showers. You're going to take your shower as usual. And then at the end of the shower, you're going to take a portion of it, right? So fill up like a water bottle or something. Take it into the shower with you, okay? Pour the bath in that, and then you pour it over yourself at the end of your shower, and you stay in the shower until all of it runs off of you, right? And while you're doing this, you're praying and you're thinking about your relationship. And you can do anything. Put on sexy music, something that makes you relax, something that makes you happy. Try not to cry or anything like that. And then after the 5th day, like I said, it started on Friday. By Tuesday, light another candle, and you keep those red candles going every Tuesday, and see how things, if things change for you or for him. You know, this is a love bath, so you could be attracting love from all kinds of people. Actually, it doesn't only have to be him, but that's what they're telling me to tell you to do. So, let's see what happens. All right, let's just try that. If that's what you want, if you're open to that. This is a choice. You don't have to do any of this. But if you want to, let's try that. Keep a candle burning for your relationship, for your husband, for your marriage, and do those baths. 5 baths. And then on every Tuesday, light that candle. Every Tuesday, you're going to light that candle, and you're going to pray to St. Martha. Okay. All right, let me do that. I'll tell you the St. Martha prayer. I'm sure that you could probably look it up online. 9 Tuesdays of St. Martha. Holy Martha, I surrender to your guidance and protection, honoring your wishes. To prove my act of contrition and actions of grace, I shall offer this light in your honor every Tuesday. Console me in my sorrow. Bring happiness to my home in the name of our Holy Savior, Jesus Christ. Provide me and all of our family with our daily needs. I implore you, with your infinite mercy, to grant the great favor I ask. And then you make your petition. You talk about what it is that you want. My phone is ringing, but I turned it off. But I could hear it upstairs, but that's okay. Finishing this. Today I ask you, as you dominated the dragon at your feet, defeat all my enemies. Amen. Okay. All right, so that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Okay, go. All right, 9 Tuesdays of St. Martha. So you're going to do this for 9 Tuesdays. And at this point, the candle does not have to be red. It could be green, because St. Martha takes green. Okay? If you can't get hold of green or red, you can always do white. 9 Tuesdays of St. Martha, and you're going to pray that prayer. And this is from the book of Selected Prayers by Original Publications. Okay, and you can get this, I'm sure, that prayer that I just said is probably on the internet somewhere. And if you can get a picture of St. Martha, you can, I'm trying to see. There is, yeah, if you can get a picture of St. Martha, and put the candle in front of it if you can, and you lay it there. You do it every Tuesday. Holy Martha, I surrender to your guidance and protection, honoring your wishes. To prove my act of contrition and actions of grace, I shall offer this light in your honor every Tuesday. Console me in my sorrow, bring happiness to my home in the name of our holy Savior, Jesus Christ. Provide me and all my family with our daily needs. I implore you with your infinite mercy to grant the great favor I ask. Today, I ask you, as you dominated the dragon at your feet, defeat all my enemies. Amen. Ashe. Okay, so that's what we're going to do here. Okay, going to do a bath 5 days, right? So you start on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. On Tuesday, the last bath, you're going to light the candle to St. Martha and do that prayer every Tuesday for 9 Tuesdays. And then let's see what happens, okay? When you light that candle, you do the same thing. You put your initials around it. You put his name, and you put your initials around it, and you light it 9 Tuesdays in a row. Don't skip any Tuesdays. Keep a little, pay attention to what happens, all right? Keep a little journal of it. See how it works out, all right, as it's working. See if you notice any changes in his attitude or his behavior. Sometimes we gotta go this way if this is what you want to do. It's entirely up to you. I'm just sharing a recipe. You might need it one day. You might be able to share it with somebody else. I don't know. But I never intended ever to give that one out. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad. But it's just like, you got to keep it up. You really do have to keep that one up. Speaking of. Anyway, guys, I will talk to you very soon. And I'll let you know, and I'll upload this so that you can get it, and you get back to me and let me know what you think. Okay, I hope that this was helpful for you, darling, and I appreciate your interest. Thank you so very, very, very much. All right, and let's keep in touch because I'm intrigued now. I want to know what's going on. All right, thank you so much, and don't forget, this is your year. You can make this. You can manifest what you want. You can manifest whatever you want out of this. With or without St. Martha. It's what your intentions are and what you want. Okay? All right. Talk to you soon. And thanks again. Bye-bye. Stop. Oh, this cat. Oh, come on. Stop. Oh, come on. Stop. What? My cat killed my mouse and I can't even turn this thing off anymore. Come on, stop. I'm so sorry. Oh. Madness. Okay, what are we doing?